Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the podcast show for the Average Joe, the Inspiration Station, Blue Collar Conversation. I got that from a friend of mine. I'm your host, Mitchell Rue Lane. This is the Wrestling Diaries, where we have regular people on from society. They're not so regular. People are very irregular, but we have just people from the middle of society come on and talk about themselves, their hopes, dreams, who they are, and ultimately the things that they wrestle with in life. So the show is very loosely about emotional health. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and a plethora of other platforms that host audio podcasts. Leave us a review. It helps us show up in the algorithm for searches for this kind of stuff, and it helps us just grow, and that's what we're trying to do. Also, for the video content, go to YouTube, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell right there for more content. We release once to twice a week, and today I have a very, very, very special guest, Matthew the Rad Badass Thomas.
Welcome. Come on down.
Bam, chicken like a lamb. What is up, dog?
What is up, dog? Not much, man. Just kicking down here in Newport. Where are you at again?
I am in Birmingham, Alabama.
Alabama.
Sweet home, Alabama. So, given a quick backstory of how you and me are connected, because you're out on the West Coast, we connected through a guy named Kyle. Kyle. And what's your relationship with Kyle again? Like, what's the connection?
It was funny. It was a blessing how we met, because I was taking down Christmas decorations in the front of the house. And his mom knew my mom, who had passed away 4 years ago, bless her soul. Yeah. But she asked if I did that all by myself, and I was like, "Oh, I can't." And then we talked about that, and then I said how I'm trying to find an agent or a manager or whatever to get stuff going. And right. He's like, "Oh, I talk to those all the time," and now he's filling in for right now to set me up with people. He's doing a great job. Go, Kyle.
Yeah. When you listen to this, Kyle, you're awesome, dude. You're creating a bridge. He's like a bridge, and he's helping us cross over and
I went
meet
off
each other
a 30-foot bridge.
Yeah. So giving people a quick backstory about Mr. Matthew Thomas here. He was in a catastrophic accident many, many years ago that left him paralyzed for the time being and gave him major league brain trauma. So if you would like, let's go right into that, Matthew. Tell us about how all that came about, like your accident. And
it's just all trippy how, it all came about when I started drinking at like 15. So then, and then just kept going and going. And then I moved out when I turned 19. Ended up, played high school football, ended up with Jamal Anderson, was on my team, played against Keyshawn Johnson. I was in the Valley, but we were LA Unified School District. And then there was just a whole bunch of stuff, and I ended up receiving a scholarship, not offer, but to go out to BYU. Turned it down because they didn't drink, so I ended up staying out in the Valley. With practicing Glendale, then Moore Park, but all in this. I moved out, got a job at Candid Camera. First, I was a cook at Chili's. Then our other roommate moved in, and and they needed runners at Candid Camera, so we went there. And I had
wait, hold on, real quick. Okay, what did you do for Candid Camera now? The TV show. What were you doing for that?
First, that was a good show. Runner. I was a runner, driving around to different houses, dropping off, picking up food, doing all that.
Okay.
Then I became a production assistant. And that's when I had my second DUI crash, coming home from there, And the first one was with a friend, Pete Johnson, who passed away, I think, 10 years ago. Crazy story with that, but anyways, we were driving down Ventura Boulevard, and then he hit a phone. We were high, stoned, and he hit a phone pole, and then he hit a telephone pole. We flipped his Mustang. Cops came, but not calling the car, not calling the breath. So kids just having fun. Then the second one was I was coming home from Candid Camera, working on the set all day, drinking beers. Got my car 2:30 in the morning. took a hit of pot, blacked out, ran into a brick mailbox. No one came out of the house. No one was on the street. My car was still running. So boom, 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 as the story goes. And then I was out on Lake Sherwood, California, Thousand Oaks.
Represent.
Yeah, well, no, I don't represent that.
I know. I was being a smartass.
Just represent. But no, then because my brother, who was older, lived on the lake, and he was always providing the alcohol and pot, and we were cruising, and then boom, my drunk friend drove off a 30-foot bridge, and I ended up going. He jumped out, broke his leg. I stayed in, went through the windshield, landed on my skull. Rocks didn't go through, swelling of the brain. Ended up in a coma for 3 months. Had to get a shunt, trach, G-tube, catheter. Then woke up paralyzed on my left side, and then the swelling of my brain caused damage on both sides of my hemispheres. Meaning, on the left side was my frontal temporal parietal lobe. I had a basal skull fracture, and then on the right side I had my thalamus and occipital. It was a whole cerebral cortex plus the thalamus that relays all the messages to your cerebral cortex for your thinking, perceiving, producing, and understanding language. Like I'm talking to you on this podcast. We're ready. Podcast. Ready, said. I'm done with that.
So I have a question. So when you're going off of the bridge, what was going through your mind at that time?
Me and my brother were drinking on the lake all day, this bottle of vodka, and then we were in the jacuzzi, his roommates too, and we were drinking, and boom, we took off, and then I was wasted. So I was 0.24. So It was crazy. I don't remember. All I remember is I got told Friday I was going to start an outside linebacker at Moorpark College and try to get more scholarship offers. I even have letters for that, if you don't believe me. Ooh.
No, I believe you.
I know some say I have a damaged mind. Sometimes that might be true. But these are just some injured times. I ain't tripping on you. Oh, okay. We got to process that through our auditory cortex, your temporal lobe. Don't forget about your frontal lobe. Woo, impulsive behavior. Did you do? Okay, so but anyways,
let me ask.
Remember all I remember from that is practice at Moorpark that Friday.
Okay, so when I guess you finally came to in the hospital, where you were finally conscious that you were alive and in a hospital and injured, how long was that after the accident? Do you remember that?
It was about 2.5, 3 months, because there's it's not long if you watch my videos on YouTube because the first guy was in a coma 32 years. The second guy was 9 years. But my gift, I came to, and it was just my whole left side was paralyzed, and from my face, I couldn't speak, read, write, talk, shower, shave, eat, dress. Couldn't stand up and go, yeah, what's going on, my podcast followers? Woo-hoo! Peace. And then this is 30 years later, but it was just mainly how I was just tripping on life, but it was just like a new challenge for me, because I didn't know anything, anyone. Okay, ready, set, go.
What happened?
No, I didn't know. Oh, I thought we were tripping there for a second.
Oh, no. We're good. We're good, bro. Keep going.
Hey, Matt, you got to cut that out because tripping ain't easy. Oh, that's my new slogan.
I don't know. I think it's more funny if he keeps it in.
Yeah, but dude, that's one of my things. But
so, real quick though, Matthew, how old were you when the accident happened?
19.
19. Wow.
So if you can do math, it was 30 years ago. So what does that make me? 39.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I thought. I mean, I
But
thought
really,
you were 38.
because when I came out of a coma, I was at a second grade level because I told you all the stuff I couldn't do.
Yeah.
But now I'm 39. I'm still at like a 25, 20-year-old. What? What's
Whoa.
that talk about?
Whoa.
Because for where your treasure is, there your heart and thoughts will be also. Bing, 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 bing.
So if I can, we're going to get Matt to pull up some of these pictures that we came across. This first one that we have here, this is you doing an ollie off of a ramp. How old were you right here?
I was going off a launch ramp. I think it was me and my buddy Chacho or someone. We built that, and I used to skate it. It was crazy. I started skating when I was 3 years old, and when we lived in North Hollywood. And I used to skate in the pool. Used to skate around Valley Spring Lane, the block out there. And but this was when I was 17. Man, it was crazy. Woo, launch ramp. I got my tapered jeans on and my crop top shirt. See?
Yeah, dude. And you've got the vintage Nikes going on. I love it.
I know. And I'm trying to get them to help me out with the goods. You know,
Matt, can we go to the picture of the fishbowl?
Huh?
Matt, can we go to the fishbowl where he's skating? I'm going to pull up that one and take a look at it real quick.
Fishbowl? Oh, you're not talking to me. You're talking to the other guy. Oh.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, this is super cool.
Yeah,
me and Matt grew up skateboarding and stuff too, so we love this kind of stuff.
Really, it's kind of fun, man. I mean, it was fun, but now... But I have video of me skateboarding in June of '92, and that was less than a year after a coma. And I had someone watching me.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the other ones, Matt.
So this was in our pool when we drained it, and my buddy Mike, he was the first one to go to the invert, grind it.
Okay, we're gonna pull up some of the ones of you playing football here.
On two, ready, break.
What position did you play in football?
I got the offer at
oh, here we go.
I was defensive tackle. Number 64 was our right hand man. We were this was and Ron New on the right. Woo, New, number 22, diggy do. And then there's Jamal Anderson, number 32. And then we had Kennard Durr on the right, who got shot and killed, bless his soul.
Oh, goodness.
And then we have Jesus, who became a sheriff. I think it was in South Central. And then me, I was the head injured guy. Yeah.
Is the one where he's tackling in this little lineup, Matt? Okay. And he's going to pull up the one where it's like you...
chasing the quarterback.
Yeah, okay. You're chasing the quarterback down.
But you can see the guy behind me was the guy supposed to block me.
All right, let's see here. There we are.
Yeah, and look at the guy behind me. He's like, "Oh shoot!"
You're about to clobber him.
Yeah, that's why he's getting rid of the ball.
Man, you did so many different things, dude. You played football. You skateboarded.
It was
very
just
active
crazy.
guy.
It's just nuts, man.
Go to pull up the prom picture of him.
Football, but my main goal, it was turning into football. I was getting more serious with it in my college, you know, but I had to have one last time on Lake Sherwood. It's just crazy out there. Oh,
can we zoom in on that, Matt? Is that possible? Look at you. Is this like your prom date?
Yeah, that was prom, or the limousine ended up breaking down.
Dude, you were an absolute. I told you this earlier when we were talking. You first sent these pictures. You were an absolute hunk, my man. Look at you. You look like somebody from Saved by the Bell. And look at you. You're a hunk.
That was Candy.
Her name was Candy. Yeah, she's cute too. Candy, wow.
She was beautiful.
How old were you here in this picture?
Huh? I was.
How
18.
old were you here? Okay.
And so it was just, and then that was June 2nd, 1990. My accident was June 30th, 91.
So you were 18 here.
Yeah, I was 18, and then a year and 28 days later, boom, I went.
Let's take a look at some of the accident stuff, Matt. Now we're going to look into the accident stuff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. He's the one that saved me, though. But actually,
Yeah, probably.
Because
Jeez.
there was a 30-foot bridge up there. It was what was it? The Petro Valley Creek Bridge.
Can you zoom in, Matt, on the
Petro Valley Creek Bridge, and see the rocks didn't go through my skull, so that's why I see how they're in the skull down there.
My God.
And I ended up meeting that fire lady 10 years later.
Oh, really?
See, I said my back hurt, and then I went into a coma. So they busted out that, and there was no roads out of there, so they had to put me on the flatboard and guide me up the mountain with me tied to the fire truck. And then when I get to the hospital, there was 2 of the country specialists that just happened to be there helping a woman who had a stroke about a half hour earlier than my accident. And so I was 40 minutes into my golden hour. That's how you have golden hour before you go to my mom and dad over here.
Right here. Yeah, go to his mom and dad. You just skipped it.
No,
that's him coming right there. No, that's not. Is that it?
No,
that's not it either.
Because that's day.
Not it either. It's further down this way to the right.
It's to me on the bicycle. Yeah, that one.
There we go. That's your mom and dad giving you the bunny ears.
And see how that's 18 days after it.
Okay. Wow. 18 days after.
Yeah, and I was still tripping, but here I am. You know, it's all God's grace. Everything that I'm doing now, still, you know. It's just so overwhelming to see everything, because you have to work. You have to work hard. People say, "Oh, it was you that did." It wasn't me, because those doctors weren't there to release the pressure from my skull. I wouldn't be here sitting here doing the podcast.
Yeah,
you know, it's just how. And if that timing went, it's just good luck, man. No, it's not. I had to go through the brain damage. Had to go through the reading, the writing. That one's first. Sorry. That was day 2.
Day 2, okay. You're all hooked up to all the machines.
Yeah, and that was day 24. And see how I have the TED hose on, but I didn't pay for TED hose. Get it? Oh. But I did through the insurance. The insurance paid for my TED hose. Get it?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know insurance paid for pimping. But then, see, they don't put... Now that I'm doing coma therapy,
let's see his rehab stuff on the. Can you go back to the one on the with the stuff on the bottom? No, the whatever we had pulled up earlier, where it's got all the stuff on the bottom. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's one of him trying to he's on an extra bike right there.
Yeah, and then I'm riding a hydro bike. See how my left foot's straight up and down?
Mm-hmm.
I had no control over it. And I'm trying to call Puma to get them to help me out, but they're in their own little Puma world.
Yeah.
But
click that next one, Matt, that you're already on.
Yeah, and I was in the accident, my Pumas, and I'm learning how to stand, to walk, to write everything in those Pumas.
I love Pumas, dude. You should get. They need to sponsor you. They seriously should sponsor you. Keep on trying to reach out to them. I feel like because if they get a hold of your story, I mean, they could use that in promotion, and that's huge. That'd be a huge selling point for them selling shoes and all that stuff.
That's up to their frontal lobe issues. I've already thought about it. Me and my attorney have already written them for just to see. But
go to the one of him surfing real quick. This is probably an old one, I'm assuming, before the accident. But that was another thing you did. You surfed, skateboard, football.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
My God, man.
Skated, did all that, but football I was really good at too.
So
I was good at all the stuff.
Walk me through what your rehab was like. How long before you could actually start, I guess, walking around again?
It took me about a year to be able to walk on my own. You know, after I started walking.
Not only walking but running, right?
I know, and I did a 5K. That's a good picture. That was in Huntington Beach. I started early, or I started late, so I didn't get a number, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, click that next one, Matt.
Oh,
that's you standing. Fun. That's a really good pic.
Over the beach, my girlfriend and I at the time, and she took that picture, and that was she passed away from cancer. Bless her.
Oh no! Sorry to hear that, man.
She was God fearing. So she's on the end. That end picture.
Okay. And then right here, this is you on the water bike?
That's my hydro bike that I'm riding. And that's my attorney, Joel, who helped me with everything, to save the house, to do everything with get my siblings off like flies.
Yeah.
And then
so what's this picture?
Huh?
What's this one right here we're looking at?
This is right. These are the student nurses that I spent 10 to 11 months with in the subacute, learning, trying to teach them how to speak to people in a coma, how they are still there, how they still can hear you, because that's the last thing to go. And then this is me showing them that I am for real, that I'm not, that my coma dentals are real.
Yeah. This is just you on the water hanging out.
That's a selfie.
Yeah. And then this is that last one.
Me and my girlfriend, Susie. My past girlfriend.
Yeah. She's a cutie.
And I never thought she'd go for me. Look at her little furry big boots. Oh, yeah.
He took pictures
of cool cat.
The Seagulls. Hell yeah.
Yes, man.
And then do the next one.
They're the ones, man. They're the ones.
And then that's a hell of a shot.
I know. And that just happened.
And then.
Yeah, right there. That's good. I've never,
that one's a really good shot as well. This next one that Matt's about to click on is my favorite, though. That's my favorite.
That's that's a good shot. You, Matt? He's
Look at that paper real quick, Matt.
And then my editor just did a video.
What is this one?
That was my Candid Camera run.
When you were doing Candid Camera. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, I was wondering about this one.
And then I got moved up to production assistant, but that was only for 10 days before my head trauma happened.
Matt, pull up the picture of the seal with the hilarious looking face.
Yeah.
He's like
looking at you like, what?
He's like, what's going on? It's just a funny picture. That is a hilarious picture. I love it. I love his facial expression. And then last one is my boy on the water bike right here.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. It's such a cool thing.
That's right. A neighbor of mine, Jim Rue, who passed away in 2012, introduced those to me. And I couldn't even ride them by myself. I couldn't sit on the seat, I had to, I cleaned them for about a year or two.
Yeah.
And then I had the function. Then that helped me cognitively. And now I'm just screaming to all the boats. Yeah. Hey, welcome to Newport, but people think I'm drunk. They still trip, but that's all right.
I think I love your personality. I love you. You are drunk, but you're drunk on life, man. You're drunk on being happy, being alive, feeling blessed. That's good. That's good. It really is. And you're great. It's a great story. You went from having you probably should have died.
Yeah, I had 5% chance of living.
Yeah, and then you went from that to learning how to re-walk again to now you're hanging out, being silly, playing golf, doing your water bike.
I'm playing golf now.
Yeah, I saw a picture of that.
Because Tiger Woods got in his little bing bang accident and almost lost his foot.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
I've been tweeting him going, and I used to go to, my brother knew knew Justin Murdoch, David Murdoch of his father owned Lake Sherwood Country Club, and we were there, and I met Chichi Rodriguez, Arnold Palmer, and all those fun things. But it was Greg Norman at that time, the Sharky Shootout, and then Tiger Woods got it, and I was like, "Oh, you got your disability, but you're not even limping, punk." I didn't say punk, but I was like, "Oh,
right.
We should start a disabled thing at the," and I was like, "Oh, I golf, but I don't use the handicap, but I am handicapped, but I can park in the handicap. So figure that out, Tiger."
Wow. That's great.
You're trying to process that, huh?
Yeah.
I have a handicap, but I don't use a handicap when I golf, but I can park in the handicap.
Brain teaser. Nice.
Yeah.
So tell us about you. So you're, I guess, publicist type guy, Kyle. He was saying that you're working on trying to do a movie, a documentary about yourself, and you're acting and producing it.
Yeah, well, right now it's a documentary, and I have different. My grandpa, he was an aviation pioneer, one of them, you know. And when he was at Vega, his boss was Mac Short, not too short, but Mac Short. And I'm going to tell you about living the life, staying in school, not smoking the pipe. Hard to be a rich man, don't you know? When you drop out of school and start smoking dope, oh! But no, and but anyways, it all goes from him selling tickets for Charles Lindbergh barnstorming in 1926, and then my grandma turned him down because he was too new, and then she got pictures of next to the Spirit of St. Louis in 27. Then he went to Walter Beach with Beach Aircraft, designed, built, and flew that plane. Then bing, bing. Then he went to Vega, designed the B-17 bomber. Boom. Then he went to good old Lockheed. And that's where he ended up retiring. He was even in National Geographic talking about space in 1962. And then in 1965 or 7, they landed on the moon.
Wow.
I know. He was, and this was before all the computers. All the kooky guys now think they're dope with all the computer stuff, but they didn't use a pencil and T-square.
Right.
But hey, you got to cut that out because it's kind of freaky.
So, tell us, what are you doing now? Like, what's your aspirations for things that what have you got going on, Matthew? Like, you're working on this movie, and what else are you? You're working on this movie and stuff.
Yeah,
what else you got going on?
My speaking. Oh yeah, and I went to Orange Coast College, for a 2-year program. How long was I there for? Take a wild guess.
4 years?
Keep going.
6 years.
Keep going.
10 years.
Keep going.
15 years.
Keep going.
Holy shoot. I don't know if I want to keep going. 20.
No, little less.
Okay, 18.
Little less.
16.
Little more.
17.
There you go.
Wow, bro. 17 years of education.
And I didn't get a scholarship. But
you got a lot of education though.
Yeah, I got education on. I took a singing class. That was pretty classic. Oh, say, can you see? It's all trippy. And see, I sing that when I'm pedaling around on the bay, and that even trips people out. And sometimes I sing it to where they should know the words, and sometimes they sing back with me, and that makes me just HAPPY. Happy. Woo.
Nice. So what are your, like, when you close your eyes?
That was your question. What are my inspirations? Sorry,
yeah,
I got sidetracked.
No, you're good, bro.
That's
it's
how
fine.
The happy on life dope scene goes. You just get all. But hey, yeah, I just want to speak to kids, speak to youth, have different things, go for different acting, because and practical jokers don't really get it, but they do get it because they have their earphones on where they're getting told what to do. Mm-hmm. Mine's just practical damage. You know, I just make people confused and they don't even want to be confused. You know, it's just kind of trippy.
Hey, dude, you just $1 million idea, practical damage, and then it's you like punking people out there and
yeah, and they don't
with all
even
your quirkiness
know. And
your
I
craziness.
can play on my drunkenness to where because I've had police call to me at different places because they thought I was drunk. You know, getting in my car, I was like, "Oh, F off," you know, or
yeah,
I can go in and talk to them or call the police, and they called the police, and yet they didn't do anything.
Well, also it's that because of, I guess, the way, you know, like your injury is given you to the way you speak now and you do things. So then people are thinking that, but then also you've got a lot of energy. Like you're very energetic. You talk very loud and very fast and quick. And I know that for some people that just don't sit and like get to know you, they could probably be like, oh my gosh, instantly, I don't know, thinking like, oh my gosh, is this guy crazy or something? I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you are crazy. Who knows?
No, it's just great. And then I tell them where all the damage was in my brain, and that's even more trippy for them.
Yeah, you know? People are going to do that. So whatever. Don't worry about it.
We got to move on to that.
It's just better publicity.
Okay, let me get back to the start of the question. When I want to help people, want to talk to nursing, want to help. My main thing is to help the coma people because they're
Right.
really forgot about,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Ray and Daniel, the ones in the video, that is great, because you see them, they're working because I'm trying, because at first I got to thank the Coastal Community Hospital for letting me volunteer there, and it's just how it's all, I've been volunteering there for, I think, 10 years, but then COVID hit, China virus hit, and then, you can delete that or you can leave it, whatever your producer wants to do. But
I love this guy.
But but it's just, yeah, no one, the Wuhan. What about Dr. Fauci, man? Where's he at?
I don't know. Where is he?
But anyways, okay, what did I start with when I got sidetracked?
You were going into the things that you're doing now, your projects you're working on, your inspiration.
Teaching the kids, golfing. That's my new clique. And I just started that about 6 months ago. And I used my dad's old clubs, but then my framer who framed all my grandpa's island, the Spirit of St. Louis, the Walter Beach, my mom that when she was painted by the artist from Gone with the Wind, and my dad who grew up on Florence and Hoover Boulevard in South Central in the 30s. And then he went to the Korean War. Then he came back and he went to Broadway with March and Gower Champion and Harry Belafonte.
Wow, that's kick ass, man.
I know. And he's just how, and that's even he said $4 in the, one of the scenes in Gone with, what was, well, I forgot the name of it, but 3 for the Night was the name of the show back in 55 in New York.
New York, New York.
Oh, New York. How
New
good.
New York. It's a hell of a town.
Governor now, but come on, New York. Putting all the people in the rest homes. Come on, brother. That ain't for real.
Yeah, you definitely, I really feel all the stuff that you're doing, like teaching and comas and young kids, teaching them, educating them about comas and rehabilitation, that is fantastic. Also, I think you going into acting would be really good because you got a great personality for it and you're a character. And I feel like, yeah, man, I think that sounds like a great idea, honestly, for you to get in that.
It's what I've been working for because I've worked with other disabled people, and they've given up. Oh, poor me, but it's just like they get all trippy, that's right, comedentials. And I'm not dogging on the therapist because bless their souls for everything, but because when I started doing coma therapy and all that stuff, they were asking me, how to get my hand open because it took me 7 years to get my arm down and my hand to open like this,
Yeah.
But see, I'll give you the example. Okay, everyone wave high. You gotta wave high, bro. Wave high. Yeah. Okay, ready? Peace. All right, and then la 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 la. Okay, and then don't forget. Guys, here. We gotta do the arm wave. Woo! Yeah.
I don't even know if I can do that just regularly.
I know. Here we go.
Am I doing that right, man?
For a white guy.
All the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a sort of white guy.
Oh, come on, Diggy-doo. And then here we go. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Woo! God for hanging on this podcast. But see, this is my hand. This is 30 years later. I carried a ball in my hand for 7 years to get all this stuff to go, for it to open, for it to go down, And now I can drive like a real Mac Daddy with my arm straight on the steering wheel going, hey, nice. What's up? What's going on?
Nice.
But here we go. I'll show you the difference. Hi. See, and that's it. You want me to go quicker? Okay. And then remember peace sign? Here we go. Don't take offense.
Oh, I got it.
But see how it's all different when I do that, but see the difference in hands?
Yeah.
Because the connection and from the thalamus to the whatever in the brain there. And then remember this one?
Yeah.
That one's too far. Boom, boom, boom. And then remember okay, here we go. Okay. Peace. All right, there we go. Okay. And so it's tough work, but you got to do it every day. It's not, it's not like every other day. And that's why, because when at 17 years in my college education, boom, I can only take like 2 classes a semester.
Another thing I think would be like your perfect job or career. And of course, this is just my opinion, so we're clear. I'm not a professional at this, just some regular dude from Alabama, or some hick from Alabama. But I feel like you being a motivational or inspirational speaker would be really great, because you can teach and tell people, like, you went through like one of the worst, horrible types of accidents you could have. You could have died. You could have been a vegetable and not even be talking to us right now, but you are. And then you also have a fantastically awesome attitude about it. And I feel like that's a really important gospel to get out there, to tell people that, like, even if something really horrible happens, that, like, you can bounce back from it. You could be happy and play and be silly.
That's the only way. Joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries bones. Proverbs 17:22, and that's right there. That's why people, you can't do this. All my negatives I've had, all the but I just kept going forward. And as Bob Marley would say, every little action, there's a reaction. Oh,
you're just popping out the pop culture, man. I love it.
Ready? Pop culture club. I'll tumble for ya. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. Okay, and then
you're gonna do some of your raps for us.
Okay. Let's see. What are the ones? I can do in excess. You ready?
Yeah.
Hallucinate, desegregate, mediate, alleviate. Try not to hate. Love your mate. Don't suffocate on your own hate. Designate your lover's fate. A one will say a gentle trait. A broken crate. A heavyweight. Or just too late, like pretty Kate has sex all night. Now devastate, appreciate, depreciate, fabricate, emulate, the truth dilate, a special date, the animal we ate, guilt debate, the answer rate, a better rate, youth rate, deliberate, fascinate, deviate, reinstate, liberate, to moderate, recreate, or detonate, annihilate, atomic fate, mediate, clear the state, activate, food on a plate, gravitate, the earth's own weight. At 98, we all rotate. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Okay, then, but
just
here
entertaining
we go.
You, Matt.
We'll bounce with a little. No one does it better than Too Short. Take limousine to the airport. First class, never ever last. Because a brother like me, I pay cash. Twinkle, twinkle, star in the night. Don't look now, but I'm shining bright. Woo! I know you want to hear my triple X. Girl language, girls and sex. Well, I'm going to tell you about living life. Staying in school, not smoking the pipe. Hard to be rich, man. Don't you know? When you drop out of school and start smoking dope, it goes D-U-M-B. You looking for some D? Don't start tweaking. It's going on. You don't like it, so play another song. I got rhymes you want to hear. I'll say them every day of the year. You try to get it. You think you got it. I hope you like it, because you sure can't stop it. These rhymes so funky fresh. Too Short, baby. In the vet, and if you ever say I'm through, so what? I'm making more than you, because I'm New York. But okay, that's enough.
Nice.
Yeah, but let's go to. And he talked about Caitlyn Jenner. He talked about Bruce Jenner in 88 or 89 on his album Life is Too Short. And the song's called Pimp the Hoe. But he says, be a man if you can. It might get worse. Should we talk about, be a man if you can. It might get worse. Should we walk around town with a wig and a purse? Oh, Caitlyn, is that you? Or do you have hair extensions?
Whoa. That's foreshadowing, right?
Well, he said that in 89, and now he did it in 2000, whatever.
So I'm saying it was foreshadowing.
Yeah, foreshadow. But then, hey, I don't do dope, but I'm dope, not a dope, but I'm doper than anybody tries to cope.
All right, brother. Matthew Thomas. Now we get to the part of the show where I try to take us down a little bit of a deeper rabbit hole. Obviously, you talked about your accident and coming back from it and all your interest and the different things you're getting your hands into, you're getting your feet wet with. But right now, what are some of the things that you personally are struggling with and dealing with currently? The monsters and demons under your bed and in your closet. What are the things that you're currently wrestling with, man?
Well, not just that people don't get it, and like because my mom, it's just how everything that if you're not part of that, whatever. I have different neighbors. Mom passed away, and they're like trying to snag the house, do all these different things. But it's just crazy, And you think your siblings are going to be cool, but they're not when money comes to it, and all these, and then just when I'm out, people don't get it, because I'm like how you said, I'm loud, I'm boisterous, I'm happy, and that's how drunk people are. And when I'm wearing sandals, it throws it way off even more my balance and my equilibrium and my walking. It's like and I'm like, oh hey, how you doing? And I'm like sliding to the side, and it's just like people don't realize that, well. It's good that they don't realize that I'm head injured, but when they see my straight out of a coma shirt, see like right here? Yeah, okay, see? Oh, you have the picture, straight out of a coma.
Mm-hmm.
But I can wear it too. But yeah, people don't understand the disability. They do when they see that you have a cane, that you have a wheelchair or that, but not when you're walking around, all tripping out, man, but it's kind of good that I'm opening people's eyes too to see, what's going on, because I never thought that, I had faith in our Lord and all this and did the work, if you're praying about it, you got to do the work. You can't just pray about it and then think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Faith with no work is dead.
Oh yeah. That's a Bible verse, brother. Yeah.
I mean, I am in the Bible Belt after all.
Yes, sir. That is okay.
Is your faith very important to you, not only as a person, but to the things that you do?
Yes, that's the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing is through my faith. Because you pray that things will happen, and boom. Like, because I had these people that you saw in the coffee shop, Alan Colleen, and boom. They walked by one day, boom, and things happened with my mom's ex-caregiver that she became lame. But anyways, they came down and called me, and then that's how I got my attorney, and then it's just everything was working out, and just how the day of the accident, because people say, oh, you meet doctors, you meet nurses that don't have faith in that. They have faith in their own selves, You had to work hard. You're the one that did it. I'm like, oh, no, because those doctors hadn't been there at that time to put the shut in my brain. I wouldn't have had a chance to work hard. Yeah, I had to work hard. I had to work my butt off, but there's no, and I keep, okay, here we go. Now I'm looking into the camera. See, I was looking over here. Okay, now I got it. Peace. But yeah, so it's just crazy.
So, like, when you are out, and because people perceive you, because they don't know who you are yet, and they perceive you as like, oh, is this guy drunk or crazy? Because he talks different or weird, and he moves kind of funny, and he's very loud and flashy. Does that stuff ever like get to you, like hurt your feelings, or you just kind of like let it roll off?
First, like maybe 7, 8, 10 years.
Yeah.
But now I'm 30, 30 years old, but really I'm only about 10. But 30, 30 years of trauma and having people trip out. And that's what trips me out now, too. I'm 30 years into it, and I haven't had someone accuse me of being drunk. I was at that place where they said that, and then they called the police. But I asked them to call the police if they didn't go inside and say that, so it's just how it's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was at first. It's like aggravating, but now it's just like, oh shit,
It just kind of rolls off of you.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
and then I give my card because my card it says shit I have a coma, putting in building disability, all these different things.
Yeah. Okay. So another question that I ask attached to the "What are you wrestling with?" question is, if we were working on this thing, Matt's like a tech genius over here. He likes tinkering with machines, and he's in his secret basement right now, and he's working on this telephone time machine. And I think this is a very good question for you. And let's say we let you borrow Matt's super invention here, telephone time machine, and you can pick it up. And what you can do is you can dial, into the past or the future. But let's say you could, in this, for instance, you can only dial back in the past, and you can call your previous self from a past life, and it could be,
wow, man.
It maybe can be 20 years ago or 35 years ago, before your accident, after your accident. This is up to you. But let's say you call a Matthew that you feel needs a conversation the most with you from the future, because maybe this Matthew is the most down and out, or the most sad or depressed or angry or lost. Which Matthew do you call, and what do you say to him, bro?
I would call the one. Well, can I get 2 calls?
Sure.
Okay, maybe 3, man. Come on.
No, you're gonna keep going up.
I have 3 dimes, but I would call the one before for me, so I could realize that I had the skills in football with all the different skills that I had, but I didn't. I was just too into my surfing and skating and drinking and smoking, but that's a whole different game. And then I would talk to my self right after the accident and just say, what, everything is going to be good. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be all right. Go
Rise up this morning.
Even though he
Yes.
thought Jah was God, but nope. Hallelujah. That's God be praised. Wee.
So what's the third call?
Third call would be to right now in these, just to tell myself to keep going, because there's I don't have any doubt. I mean, yeah, golfing's great. Just don't get depressed ever, because that's and don't ask, because it says in one of the Bible verses, don't ask right times before we're good. That's a stupid question. And here I have this one. Where is it? For the God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers, so they cannot see the light of the gospel, which displays the glory of Christ. Oh, yeah!
Hallelujah, brother. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Okay, wait. And then there's this one. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. But
yeah, I agree with that.
That's what the Lord said, not me.
Yeah, I've always, even before I knew that was biblical, like I've always kind of lived by that credo. Yeah. Makes sense to me anyway. All right, and finality, man, let me ask this question. And one day, hopefully it's very, very...
Ready?
Yo, my name is Mitchell, host of the... Yeah, I can't do it like you do, man.
I said a boom, a chickalaka. I said, boom, wait, how's it go? 5 minutes of fun. Oh, wait, no, here we go. 5 minutes of fun. The party didn't start till I walked in. I probably won't leave until the thing ends. But in the meantime and in between time, you work your way and I'll work mine. We came here together so we can have fun. Me and you, baby, go one-on-one. This is the last chance for us to get off, either get loose or to get... I'm the New York Studio rap machine. I'll give you what I got, and baby, that's plenty. And then make you wet, make you sweat, see how funky you can get. Because when I'm on the mic, I do serve well. And I go by the name of Lap Jarrell. Dun, 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 dun. 4 minutes left. Okay, wait. So sit back, relax, put on the headgear, go ready to take trips to the atmosphere. I don't need a spaceship, here's a microphone. So hold on tight with all your might. I'll be walking like this for the rest of the night. Matt's a bastard rapper because when I'm on the mic, it's a sheer disaster. MCs crumble when we rumble. Something of substance because I'm humble. I hope you MCs, I hope you're real good listeners. Because in this battle, I'm taking no prisoners. I'm slaying MCs right on the spot. Because I'm the master of the track, the master of the day. Man, they're having fun. We got 3 minutes left to rock this funk. Separate the good stuff from the junk. So get in the groove and feel the sound. Because once you're inside, turn yourself around from the bottom to the top to the bottom. Come on, master, you get funky. What we got? Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'm over that. You guys can't put that all in. But there's 3 minutes left. But no,
Wow.
we'll be cool with that. That
Matt,
was
is it did these cameras record both at the same time, or it's only when I'm talking? Okay, because I was about to say we could do a split screen where he's rapping and then I'm grooving to it. I'm grooving to it. That would be like a good clip for Instagram.
Can you do that?
Can you do that?
Come on, Matt.
Yeah, it's.
I'll just have to record that separately.
Matt, you can do it. You created a
okay, he's gonna record. He'll record it separately. So we'll finish out the show, and then you'll rap again, and then I'm gonna dance to you. I'm gonna groove to you, and then we're gonna do a clip. We'll put it on Instagram. It'll be hilarious. It'll be good.
Cool.
But so in finality, I was saying, what at the end of the day,
finality,
man.
I've never heard that word.
At the end of the day, when everything's all said and done, and one day when you're not around, and I hope that's a long, long time from now, brother, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? What do people say about you? What's etched into your gravestone? What poems do they write? What songs do they sing about Matthew Thomas?
I just want to be known as a God-fearing person that did a lot of hard work to get to where I am, but through the grace of God only, because if it wasn't for my faith in him and all that stuff, because I went on my side tracks. I smoked pot for about 16 years after, and that I mean, it was good. It's what I needed to do at that time. And I met a lot of great people that were influencing me in different ways other than pot, with Christianity and different things. Yeah. But see, every time I took a hit of pot, my hand would close and my arm would go up. And my whole deal was to open my hand and keep my arm down. But see, pot does mess with the regular headed people, but they just don't see it. They don't know it. They just get back in the mellow mood, pop on some Bob Marley or Peter Tosh, legalize marijuana. Yeah. But hey, and then okay, where was I again?
You're talking about your legacy, the legacy you leave behind on this world.
I just want and I went to drinking. I went to sobriety houses, not from the law, but I made a deal with my mom. If I drank, I'd go to sobriety house. I did that 3 times. And it's just so funny to see. I have head injury, and I got off alcohol and pot. Fine. Well, not fine, but it took like 3 or 4 years. But then you see how people take drugs to get off drugs. And then they get out and they're hooked to those drugs that got off their regular drugs. Right. But I just wanted the legacy that God is for real, that I want to be for real with that hard work does pay off, and anybody can do it. And like how if you do something, it's only a little, at least you gain that little bit. Just keep doing it, because there was no, in my hand, see, it's still there. People don't see that it was paralyzed. They don't know it until I lift it and show them, and my voice, dysarthria, my drop foot, it's just all, because I had a cast on in the picture and now I'm on a podcast. That was to help my drop foot, so it's just all a crazy situation. But I just want to leave. It's like how Jesus left. They crucified him, all that, but I'm through his grace only. I do my crazy things, I do my stupid things, but it's all in the book, man. There's nothing new under the sun. It's already happened. There's no OGs, because you see these pimp Mac daddies looking for the dollar, all that stuff. But what about the King Andrew, whoever had 30 wives, man? I would have hated to be in his when he got a divorce, to be paying 30 Ys, man. Income, that'd be nuts.
Yeah. I would have hated to be him during that time of month with 30 women like wanting to
30
kill you.
girls that are having their stuff. Oh, that'd be
that'd be bad.
I'm not cooking for you.
That's awesome, brother. So before we go, let me go ahead and get you to plug in your social media, all your creative and professional projects, the things you're working on, the things you got in the future, and how people can find you and get in your mission. Go ahead and plug in your stuff, brother.
Positive-matters.org. That's my website. Matt Thomas. YouTube Comadentials, COMA-DENTIALS. Instagram Comadentials, no dash. Twitter, tweet. Sound like a bird, or how Morris Day sings it. All you need is 2 arms and attitude. Everyone comes to me. Come on now, what? Hallelujah. Oh. Okay, forget that. But now we're gonna go back to Twitter is Comadentials, like YouTube. Instagram is Comadentials, no slash, and then IMDb is straight out of a coma. IMD little b straight out of a coma. Matt Thomas.
Nice. Right before I sign us off, man, one more word of wisdom for you.
No,
from
it's
you.
just let's see what's going on. Rejoice in the Lord always. I'll say it again, rejoice. I mean, that's all. That's pretty much, Philippians 4:4. And no, Philippians 4:13. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Boom. If you want to end it with THAT.
Amen, man. That's awesome. Matt, I hope that we can still continue to be friends after this, man. You're a really cool cat.
Cool.
You're a cool cat.
When is this going to be, like, how long do you think before it goes on?
I'll get to that in just a minute. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Wrestling Diaries. Today was a very, very important episode. We were silly and goofy and all that. Matt's got a great sense of humor, but there's a lot of like depth behind it. So I really implore a lot of people to really dive into the things he's got going on and really listen to him and check out his website and all these other things. Check us out too on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and a host of other platforms that have audio podcasts. Please leave us a review. Go to YouTube for the video content, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more content. I feel like the lesson for today that I picked up anyways, personally, I can't speak for anybody else, is that like no matter what happens to you in life, like as hard as it gets, as many storms you have to wade through, like the way you come out on the other side is very important, because you can either just roll over and die, or you can get up and start running and start diving and start moving. And I think Matthew Thomas here is a great example of that. He didn't let like the things that happened to him handicap him. He let them, they grew wings. He grew wings from all this stuff. And I really implore people, like, if you're going through something really bad, so many people go through bad things in life and they shut down. Well, take a look at Matt here. He went through, if you're going through stuff right now, a relationship problem, job issues, you got fired, you quit, you don't have enough money, your wiener's too little, whatever it is, think about the that this guy went through and how he has an awesome attitude of sense of humor, an attitude of gratitude. And I feel like that's something they should put in your pipe and smoke, and you should sleep on that. And you should think about that. Your problems are really small, and even if they are big, like there's always a silver lining, and you can always just be happy. And that's it. That's all I got for everybody. What do you wrestle with, and how can you beat it? One love.